everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, September 15th, 2019. Sometimes it's challenging to look outside of all of this low frequency, this matrix that we're in, and to view it from a different perspective. Can you imagine, for those who are heavily steeped in the mystery, that they, as they believe that everything is the way it's supposed to be, that life is the way it's supposed to be, and there's nothing strange. So they live in this illusion, this unreality. But they don't notice how things are constantly shifting and changing. So when you're from a perspective or understanding that you're really outside, not make-believe outside. A lot of people think that they're outside, but they're still inside, because there's so many different avenues of this matrix. There's so many different layers. And to really view it, and I'll give you a good hint on to know where you're really at. When you feel it through your heart mind that things are absolutely silly, it's just ridiculous on what's transpiring, and you're removed. Okay, you're living, you're existing, but you're removed from the matrix itself, the structure of it, because you know that it is all an illusion. And I'm telling you, illusions can be really, really strong, where you touch it, you feel it, you smell it, and it's, to those that are asleep, it's real. So it is real. It's just like your thoughts from your mind. They're not real until you make them real, right? And imagine, you're so habitualized because it's all that you have ever known. There's nothing else. It's the way you as soon as you were born, it begins. It's all constructed, engineered. And every single time you try to discern and say, well, this isn't real, the mind and the ego come in and say, oh, yeah, you're crazy. This is real. This is all real. And remember that if you give it the energy, which is you paying attention, okay, you energize it. You make it so. It's not something that fades because there's so many paying attention to it, right? And then people say, well, what direction do you take? You concentrate on what you desire, want, have the type of world that you want, how you want to be. And I'm not saying that that's an easy thing, because it isn't. Because we're constantly being pulled the other way. you got to pay attention to it, because it doesn't take long to know what's going on. For those of us who are in consciousness, it really doesn't. And what we have to be very careful of is our subconscious. And we just touched on that. And the subconscious is filled. It just oozes out. And it lays the groundwork. Right? And then you have your heart mind, which you're operating in. And it becomes a little confusing, because then you've got subconscious that comes in, and subconscious starts giving you all this stuff. And all this stuff is from the past. It's from all the things that have been programmed into that subconscious. And it flares up, and it surfaces. And you sit there and you say, oh, well. And then, bam, you've been pulled into it again. So you practice in focusing, and this is really key, on the now, and that's not easy either. You know, it's like, it's not like you can just snap into the now and you're just floating along with no problem, because of your habits. We all have the habits of living in and existing in this construct, this false unreality. Imagine you've been taught that this is the reality, and it isn't the reality. Say, you are reality, but that around you is not reality. That's why so many of us feel discomfort, even when we were young, that this isn't right. It's not right. Okay? This is not right. This is not how this civilization should be existing. You know? It should be a happy, peaceful, blissful, advancing, forward-moving, continuous of value creation, building wealth for yourself and the rest of the civilization, progressing, becoming geniuses across the board, where everything is expanding and everything is growing, and it's in accordance with the flow of source in the universe. All life is the highest value in the universe. And that's really important to understand that for us while we're in these biological vessels, these bodies, these carrier for our gods. Most of us are disconnected from the planet. We are not earthed with the planet. Because of our biological bodies, we should be heavily connected with the planet. Whether we were placed here a long time ago makes no difference. We are connected to life, period, which is the flow, the source of everything, everywhere, always. And you know when you're not in the flow, source, where you're connected, and things are disjointed, fractured, and bent. Right? If you have a huge dent in your path, you cannot pass. You're stymied. You're blocked. So you got to work on removing the dent, pushing it back into place so that you can continue forward. The dent is the subconscious mind, and the dent is staying in the matrix. See, this is why we have not had forward progression. It seems like it on this planet. You know, to many it seems, oh yeah, we have, look at the combustible engine. Look at how advanced. It's not advanced. It's just got a bunch of crap on it now. That's all. the digression of things. And it's all because, for the most part, that we have not put our intentions and our directions of where and what and how we want and desire for our existence in peace and joy and happiness and bliss. Because we're omnipotently powerful. We are not weak, thin. We are absolutely the highest power of all power. We are Source. We are God. And we've been convinced through a long, long time that we're the opposite of that we have no power, that we're just minuscule existences. You know? There's where the self-esteem of humanity has taken such a beating. And healing ourselves and being in connection with who and what we are is what it's all about. It's inside. In this meditation, it's all inside of you. Everything. And we can't emphasize this enough, because we're constantly being pulled outside of ourselves. Constantly being pulled outside of ourselves. The deeper we go in, the deeper we become in relationship with our gods, with ourselves, the deeper we go into ourselves, we find all of the things that we have been led to believe is outside of ourselves, externally. It's internally. When we finally embrace this, and we literally embrace it, hug it, love it, bring it into what we are, everything changes. Everything. The minute we become in external communication, external involvement, it keeps us from ourselves. We will not move forward unless each and every one of us makes that journey from within. And we go deeper and deeper and deeper from within who and what we truly are. Every single one of us. We are the kingdom of God. We are the mind of God. And we are of the God. We are God. You honestly believe that conscious gods, as many as there are on this planet, and in it, would allow any of the things that are currently being displayed toward the disrespect of life, the disrespect for ecological, environmentally, disrespect towards others, the disrespect towards ourselves. Not ever are high frequencies, do they ever engage in such low frequencies. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure most of you are, and the first thing that we want to do is relax our bodies, because they're like a sponge. So every 24 hours, we want to release all of the things that we have brought in, all of the negativities, all of the stresses, all of it, and just let it wash away. And as you're doing this, to help you with the relaxation visualization of the body. You want to move into the now. Moving into the now. People say, well, yeah, but you've got to make plans and you've got to do this and that. All you have is the now. That's all we've ever had. It is the now. Everything takes place in the now. Everything. It's when we become broken or disconnected where we are in the future and in the past. A lot of us live in the past. That's why our future, that's why our lives are so redundant, repetitive. Okay? And most of the time we aren't even aware of it. So the now, which means that you're not thinking an hour from now, 10 minutes from now. You're thinking only the now. You're involved yourself with the existence of the present, the now. Not the past, not the future. Most of the humanity brings their past and creates their future. That subconscious is loaded with stuff. And unfortunately, the majority of it is not positive. So, by being in the now, the subconscious starts to drip away. You refill the subconscious with positive, uplifting, high frequency. By being in the now. And as you experience, it becomes the past. And it's over. It doesn't matter. It is done. You don't even care to visit any of it. I don't care how seductive it is. And you don't project the future. Your energies are in the now. You become much clearer, much more coherent with exactly who and what you are. So as you move into the now, you're also going to want to breathe. And as you breathe, you want to breathe in through the nose, breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. You want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Now, as you breath in through the nose, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003. And breath out through the mouth. And for those of you who are new, the reason that we hold our breath now, it focuses us to stay in the now because the breath is the now. Most of us take our breathing for granted, and that's why most of us shallow breathe. And we only take in maybe 16, 18% oxygen because we're such shallow breathers. We take our breathing for granted. Not good for the body. So it focuses us on the now. So whenever you feel yourself being overrun with thoughts, emotions, you could be in bed before you go to sleep. Switch to focusing on your breathing. Believe me, that stuff will fall away. Okay? And you'll fall asleep. And remember that as we breathe in, breath in through the nose, we're breathing in divine positive energy. This is the essence of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. Right? And here's a little hint. If everything was low frequency and ugly and bad and distasteful and distressing and upsetting, you'd see planets popping and exploding every second in this universe. That's not occurring. I'm talking about the ones with life. Because quite frankly, they're all life. All right? Civilization is taught to believe that, well, you've got to have beings on those planets for them to be sustaining life. That's another joke. So divine positive energy communicates with you is that every single thing that you seek, that you desire, is within So you get in a boat, you go down the river, the current takes you, and you just keep flowing. And you go with that flow. And you explore the inside of you. I'm not talking about inside the body. I'm talking about the very essence of who and what you are that is housed within that body. That's the journey that we all must take in order for us to move forward. And it's not halfway, it's all the way. And there's no foot race. There's, who wins, who gets there the first. That's not what this is about. Now, as you breath out, breathing out all the things that would try to interrupt you. Okay? I'll give you an example. If you let anybody that knows anything about a mantra, direction, journey, you say certain mantras for a certain period of time. Well, the first 13 days of those mantras, things happen to try to stop you, interrupt you from that rhythm, from that flow. It's like in anything else. It is a highly uplifting and positive high frequency of energy that you're engaging with. The lower frequencies and your subconscious mind do whatever it can to keep you from being in that wonderful, loving, caring flow. Good? So you just breath it out. And if people need a more impactful way, call in the purple transmuting flame, have it come in, transmute it all to neutralite substance, and have it taken back to the great central sun for repurposing. And then if you really want it, you bring in the violet ray and purify and cleanse everything that is there after you do the purple transmuting flame. And it's gone. It is up to you. We are with the heart-mind. We are merged with the God. Okay? This is a constant. We remind ourselves of this. It isn't a movement anymore. We are. I am that I am. I am the God. So, arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. This is our God light energy. And we direct it. And this is the glow and the brilliance of this light. It is very, very, very high frequency. And it embraces this planet Earth around the equator. And the Earth is completely encased in a beautiful, glistening, glittering sphere of deep, eternal love, as we are. And this energy is made up of that which we are of Source, which is the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, the violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael, the violet ray, the purple transmuting flame, the white fire, and the golden white pink light of Source, Mother, Father, God, Prime Source, Creator, God, our family. It is the highest frequency, period. The longer we maintain it, the more we move and ascend into higher and higher and higher existences. We're protected in these spheres from all negative, low vibrational frequencies. The only thing that can come in and penetrate them is more deep eternal love. This is the genuineness of who and what we are. Unpolluted. So just imagine that all life and all things on this planet, above this planet, below this planet, in this planet, are being constantly flooded and saturated with deep eternal love. Unending. Now, we begin to move up above the planet. And we leave our bodies. We're attached to them because energy is what sustains these bodies, as long as they're functioning as healthy as possible. Right? And the reason that the body starts to malfunction is because we become more and more detached from our bodies, because we aren't aware that they are to sustain the God within. Right? What happens when you drive a car that has no brakes or no tires? What happens with a car that has no battery? So as we float up and as we are in our God form, we immediately call upon the other parts of us, the other pieces, the other parts of Source. All of the light energy beings who are in all there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in peace, joy, bliss, kindness, tranquility, benevolence, generosity, humbleness. They are not judging. They are full in compassion. And they come in the Guga plexus. They fill this universe and beyond. And arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this meditation. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the archangels, the seraphim, the cherubim, archetypes, all of the angels, all of the civilization, who have been assisting us, by the way, this civilization, for eons, in love, in caring, in support, in protection, in abundance, and prosperity. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They're in generosity. They're in benevolence and tranquility. They're in humbleness, kindness, bliss, and joy. They're non-judging, full in compassion. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand. They flock in the trillions. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitudes. We are all one, we are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon the Ascended Master. These are those who have ascended out of body, left the matrix, came back to the matrix because of their love for us, and risked a chance of being caught in the matrix again to assist us. And just to name, they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in full generosity, humbleness, kindness, benevolence, tranquility, bliss, joy. And just to name a few: Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia. Just a fraction of all of those that are. And they gladly join us, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this now, in this meditation. They're of of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. It stretches and continues to advance through all of the universes, all of the super universes, all the micro universes, everywhere. All that there has been, ever will be, and ever is. Ever. We call upon all those who are in Agartha, hollow earth, inner earth, beneath earth. All of these civilizations who are only of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, therefore their vibrational frequencies are of the highest high. They are in deep generosity, bliss, tranquility, happiness, humbleness, benevolence, full in compassion, non-judging, non-egoed. And they come without hesitation. Their frequency can only be of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love. If they are not, they cannot. And arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this now, in this meditation. And they are of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We're all one. Well, what that means is we're all one. We're flowing with all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. We're not just here. We are everywhere. We call upon all of the galactics, off-worlders, all of those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, maintaining the highest of high frequencies. They are in deep generosity, humbleness, kindness, benevolence, and tranquility. They are full in compassion. They are non-judging. They are in peace. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this now, in this meditation. And they join us. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. They have been assisting us in our evolution, in our ascension, in our enlightenment, in freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own slavery. They join us. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes. They are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are in joy. They are in peace. They are in generosity and humbleness, kindness and bliss, tranquil. They are full in compassion, non-judging, non-egoed. And with no hesitation, meditation. They flow with us. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this meditation. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of the light energy beings who decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet, in this now, in this meditation. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in generosity and humbleness. They are in full of compassion. They are in non-judging, non-ego, bliss, benevolence. And they come in the trillions, and just naming a few. The sprites, the fairies, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the mermaids, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the minotaur, the centaur, and massive amounts of others. Colors, shapes, sizes, forms that we have never seen before. And they are with us, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. This sphere we created, it holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It is the fullest, most omnipotently high frequency of deep eternal love. It can be seen, heard, and felt continuously, perpetually, in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. You feel it flood you as it just literally saturates all that we are, ever have been, ever will be, ever. It fills us with the deepness and the deep gratitude and the peace and the joy that we are. It is a reflection of who and what we are. It is tremendous kindness. It is non-judgment. It is bliss and joy. This is something that can never diminish. This is inside of these bodies. This is a deepness, goes way beyond the physical. You journey deep within, and all of this is discovered. Each step you take in this journey within, the more you experience the bliss and joy and happiness that you truly, unmitigatingly are. You are the one. You are the God. You are all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. And you are everywhere. And once you connect with this reality, everything will change in a blink of the eye. This is why this civilization is so sensitive to everything that goes on this planet and in this planet. They may not know, but they have a feeling. Others who are more clear and awake, they know. Every blade of grass, every tree, needle on the pine, every leaf, every bug, everything understand why life is the highest value in the universes in existence. And there's many forms of it. We are everywhere. We look down upon this planet. We see all life. We see our brothers and sisters. We see all the lights. The God-emitting energy of each and every single thing. It is a golden white pink light. It glows and glitters and expands. It saturates. This is the true transition of this planet. This is what is occurring. Not all of the illusion that has always been played and has been put into a misguided false belief of reality. You are all that you are, ever will be. Within you is that which creates all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. Feel it. It saturates all things on this planet, inside and out. But as you acknowledge it more, as it takes center stage, as you begin to understand, as you travel deeper and deeper within you, it is awakened. It expands. It cleanses, energizes, and purifies all the negative, low frequencies of this planet, inside and out, above and below. And you can stretch it and put it wherever you desire. Feel it, experience it, be bathed in it. I'll join you in a meditation, and I will return to close us out. cannot not feel the uplifting force and frequency. It's almost like you're floating, kind of get into tinges of euphoria. This is our journey. We were taught for so long to be outside of ourselves, seek everything outside of ourselves. It was like abandoning our home. Now we come full circle and we find out that everything that has been kept from us is inside of us. A good feeling, very, very wonderful feeling and experience. Take it with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. Use your breathing. Keep yourself in the now. Continue your journey from within, deeper and deeper. We'll have a health call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line.